Okay, hello everyone. You guys can sit down, please. Okay, hello. I'm excited to be here. Okay, I think we're gonna have a really good conversation about shaping our minds, and our minds are gonna be shifted today. Who's ready for their mind to be shifted today? I'm ready. I'm ready too. I'm here with my amazing husband, y'all. Clap for my husband. And my sister-in-law is here as well too. So clap for her too. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, great. So we'll get straight into it. So my conversation today is on rethinking inequality, bias, identity, and justice. So I grew up in the United States, okay? And guys, please, you've seen how she struggled with my name, right? You've seen. Well, before I got married, and I have like a now more demure Igbo last name. My last name before was not so demure. The one she tried to pronounce, Nwokokoro, okay? And even in Nigeria, right? A lot of people answer you. That's a familiar last name, but they don't answer Nwokokoro, like two cocos. They don't answer it like that. It's mainly just Nwokolo, Nwokoro, things like that. But my last name was Nwokokoro. So imagine growing up in the US, in California, where there's Mexicans and white people. And imagine when I always knew when my name was going to be called because the teacher would take a deep breath. Oh, wow. Ruth, no, whoa. And I would just raise my hand and I would be like, I'm here. It's me. So I didn't know that little conditioning, those little miscommunications, mispronunciation of my name was actually framing a bias in me. Teachers would even shorten my name. I had a physical, physical exercise teacher. And what she used to call me was Kokoro. Is that my name? But that was what she called me, and that was what people called me. I'm serious. And I didn't correct anybody. Because I felt like, well, my name is difficult. So why not? Just anyhow, however you pronounce it. These little things, these little conditionings that we allow are what start to frame our minds and start to frame bias and start to cover our identity. So what exactly is inequality? When we think of inequality, our minds just go straight to racism. Our minds go straight to, let's say, laws that are unlawful. But actually, inequality doesn't start there. Inequality starts in the little things, from changing your name, to maybe not wanting to wear your natural hair, to maybe not wanting to wear African clothes to certain events. That's when inequality starts. Inequality enters your mind first, before it enters the system. One of my favorite people, other than my husband, okay? One of my favorite people, AJS, Apostle Joshua Selman, yes. He said, policies and laws are just philosophies in written form. So that's why we have countries in Africa, I don't want to mention them, but we have countries that their laws are literally laws that are maybe making girls feel small or allowing them to do certain acts to girls. I don't know if anybody's familiar with FGM or what that is. Yeah, there are countries that think it's okay. But these are all conditionings. These are all mentalities that started off first. So this shows us that our identity, the bias, our culture, justice actually starts from the mind before it even gets into the system. So modern society, or rather modern racism, is very subtle. It looks nothing like what the world used to have before, right? In the olden days, we had racism where there was a sign that said white only, or a sign that said black only. Racism now is subtle. It's, oh, you look good for an African. Oh, you dress nice for a dark-skinned girl. Oh, wow, you can wear red lipstick and you're so black like this. Yes, that is the subtle racism. I used to be a very pro-black because of the university I went to. I went to a historical black college in the US. And because of that university, you're very racist. You don't like white people. It's the truth. I was one of those. And because of that, you would hear terms that say black people can't be racist. I'm sorry to say it, it's a lie. we can actually be racist, or prejudiced rather, right? And it's the subtle things in these little statements that we allow. Oh, your hair isn't that professional, you know? So silencing identity starts from this, right? Where we begin to shrink. Unknowingly to you, you don't want to do certain things because you want to be accepted. Unknowingly to you, you even change your name. There are people, and the reason why this conversation is so important for especially you guys is because a lot of you will travel. I mean, you heard one of our speakers said that he was in school in the UK, right? And I mean, even aside from the UK, even in Lagos, you will see Chinese people, right? So you have to, this conversation is important because we have to know that we can't be allowing this silencing of our identity of who we are, especially as African people. This subtle changing your hair, wanting to look a certain way, not liking to wear African clothes. Oh, the best one that everybody likes to do, changing your accent. You know, you don't want them to hear the H factor. What's wrong with it, actually? If we really think about it, what is actually wrong with it? So, this is where we need to begin to rethink this injustice. As you can see, I'm wearing African clothes, right? Wearing an African print, right? Aside from that as well too, being okay with going to the main stages and saying your full name, and also being okay with telling people not to shorten it. I don't like when people call me Amara. It's not my name. My name is Amarachukwu. I actually don't like when people call me Amarachi. It's not my name. My name is Amarachukwu. So there's a beauty in embracing who you are. There's a beauty in embracing your Africanness. And this is not, of course, to promote a Pan-African movement or anything like that. It's more so for you to look at yourself and believe in the you that you present to the world, or the you that rather God has made in the world. And also, there's this aspect of pride that we need to start to have in where we come from. Yes, our countries may not be working in the way we'd want them to, and things are looking a little crazy. I'm sure everybody can see, right? Am I the only one? Okay, so we can see that, right? But there's also an aspect where we can also see the good parts about our country. I know some of you are like, she has come now. Where will we see it? But there is actually good parts. Our resources, the minds. I mean, if you think about it, you're also a part of the country. So if we call ourselves terrible, sounds like you're talking about yourself, right? So these are just the aspects of us embracing who we are. You would hate to go to Canada, UK, and all these countries, and they look down on you. I remember a certain president, which I won't mention his name, made a statement like that and called my country, Nigeria, a poop hole country. Poop hole. He didn't say poop. He said, you know, the word. Shito. Yes, he said that. He said that. And a lot of people, oh yes, commenting, oh yeah, that's good, he's right. No, he's not right. Do you know the amount of resources and the hard work that many women and men in this country do daily? I mean, if you just drive here, when I was coming from Ifewara and coming down this way, I mean, I saw women who were like literally, you know, harvesting what they got from their farm and just doing all this hard work. I don't think that's shithole, if you ask me, right? So when we think about these things, we start to have a new pride from where we come from. And then we are able to actually make the impacts we want to make to transform where we come from because of the pride we have from there. So I want you to look at this shape of Africa, and anybody who can't see it, it's the map of Africa. There are pastors and philosophers, or people rather, that make statements and say that Africa's shape looks like a gun. No, actually look at it. Right? And one thing that they say about this African shape and that it looks like a gun is that certain countries, Nigeria and Kenya to be specific, that Nigeria most especially, I believe Nigeria is the trigger, if I'm not mistaken. But the moment we take off, the moment we press that trigger, that the rest of Africa will understand. And just imagine if the moment that this entire gun is put off, the whole world can actually be transformed. This is not to get you excited or to make you feel like, yes, she's motivating me. No, it's for you to understand where you're actually positioned and the gold mine that you're sitting on. The reason why these Indians, Lebanese, Chinese come to your country is because they see the value that you don't see. And my pastor always said something. It takes somebody that is crazy to go inside a bush and make a city. It takes somebody that is crazy to find somewhere that nobody really likes and then make it something. There are people who are making impact that you're supposed to make because you're not proud of where you're coming from. So, what is the call? The call is 4 things, okay? Number 1, stop shrinking. Stop making yourself small to fit into any status quo. You were not even designed to fit in. That's the honest truth. Most of these designs were made by white people. They don't look anything like you, and they never even had you in mind when they made it. And what they did have you in mind, it was for you to work for them, not for you to benefit from anything else. Number 2, challenge the biases. Anytime you hear it, sometimes people make it classical. I know, maybe I'm going to be that person when it comes to things like this. But it's because I don't like hearing biases. Well, don't tell me I can't wear African clothing to a corporate event. Don't tell me that. Please, change the biases and challenge them. Reclaim the narrative. So actually go and learn about history. Go and learn about your African heritage. A lot of you don't even, I can't, some of you, if I quiz you now and ask you, tell me 3 genocides in Africa. In Nigeria, Africa is fine. Tell me 3 revivals, not like Christian, I mean like protests, other than NSARS. Tell me. Some of you cannot mention it. Tell me who's one of the first, if I ask you now, okay, tell me who's the richest person in Africa. Or you may be something new. They're trying to say, go and do your research because you have a great heritage. A great heritage that people are envying. And that's why they're coming here to steal it from you. Lastly, walk in confidence. Walk in confidence. If you want to wear Afro, please wear it. If you want to wear Ashoki to an interview, please wear it with confidence. When it's time for you to mention your name anywhere, say it fully. And if anybody mispronounces it, correct them. It's not hard. But these are the little things and these are the little ways that we change the narrative. And it may seem like it's small, but the moment you take one step at doing these things, you're able to change everything. So, imagine a generation of Africans that expanded every room that they enter. See how he's laughing at us? That's how you need to be here. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.